if you wear one of those Fitbits or any other type of fitness tracker, you may get a little spike in your heart rate during this next story. There is a Canadian-owned life insurance provider, Manulife, one of the largest in North America, now wanting its customers through one of its American companies to share their fitness data, and it's all part of new types of policies. Jacqueline and Signa here, because this is all about health and wellness, so we bring in you on all of those stories. But tell us, number one, about this data and what it's being used for.
Right. So John Hancock is the insurance company in the U.S., and they are making all of their insurance policies from here on out be part of this health and wellness program. So essentially, policyholders will have the chance to cash in on living healthy. Here's what John Hancock is doing. The company will only sell these interactive policies, they're calling it. So in its words, no more traditional life insurance. It wants to track the activity and nutrition data through these wearable devices or smartphones, or logging on to a website to upload your fitness or your health data. And policyholders, they don't have to participate, but that means that they're also opting out of getting perks for sharing their data. So things like discounts on their insurance policies and other rewards that the insurance company is offering. And you mentioned that John Hancock is owned by Manulife Canada. So right. Manulife Canada also offers a similar program. It's just not built into all of its policies. That's what the big change here is that John Hancock is going to put this into everyone's policy. But you don't have to engage with it. Well,
come back, hold that thought, because we want to come back to whether or not one day you will have to share all of that information. So it's incentivizing, I guess, getting fitter, getting more healthy, which, hey, that's not a bad end goal.
I was going to say, you know, in theory, I think, you know, people win when it comes to this. You know, maybe, well, people do, because if you live the healthy lifestyle, you get your physical activities, you eat proper foods, you show some moderation in other areas of your life, get some sleep. All of these things will certainly help you in the long run, make you live longer. Your premiums will go down the longer you live on this earth. But the other thing is, what about, you know, does this shame people in a way? You know, right. You have to fit a certain mold. What's your weight and your height, your body mass index? Some of those things that life insurance companies do look at when they award policies. You're also maybe penalized for poor habits, as we know. Smokers already penalized with higher premiums. So living an active lifestyle could benefit you, but at the same time, not everybody fits into the mold that's set forward. And who sets those parameters as well? Like, who's deciding what is healthy and what is that healthy lifestyle that we're trying to achieve?
You said a key word, penalized, because there are some privacy people saying, well, okay, they're going to be watching my numbers. What happens if I have my policy and then one day I don't, you know, bench press 300 or, you know, take the dog for a 10K walk or something like that? Am I going to then lose coverage? Are they going to manipulate that data? So for privacy experts and people who get concerned about surveillance, this is sending off warning signs.
Absolutely. And I mean, even just the use of a device like this, you get kind of excited about it when you first get it, but people can drop off that excitement pretty quickly. And so how would that end up affecting your insurance policies? But in terms of the privacy part of this, it's the concern is that the pressure would be ramped up to share data, even if someone perhaps wasn't comfortable with doing that, and that, yes, they could end up being penalized with higher premiums if they don't share it. And I did reach out to the Ontario's former privacy commissioner to talk about this, to hear what she thought of it. And here's a bit of what Anne Kavukian had to say.
Gut says over time it's not going to be voluntary, or it will be less voluntary, or there will be some consequences to not doing it. Like you pay higher premiums because we don't know what shape you're in because you're not willing to share that data with us. If this program changes over time, loses the voluntary nature, and becomes something more onerous, especially for those people who are not engaging, no longer engaging in these healthy choices, then I think the consequences could potentially be harsh, and that's what disturbs me.
So if you choose no longer to engage, or if perhaps you're not able to engage, if you're at if you have a disadvantage of some sort and you're not able to engage, then perhaps that could discriminate in a way in terms of your pricing. So there's lots to think about here, and the unintended potential consequences of sharing
consequences
data.
is the big word from Anne Kavukian. But you can understand why a company would want to do this. Less money being paid out and better bottom line for them, I suppose.
If their company is based on how healthy their clients are, then there's definitely an advantage there to having healthier ones.
Indeed. Okay, thanks very much. It's something being talked about today. And Signa and Jacqueline, thank you very much for bringing those angles to us.